Kong Republic I like. Speaking your truth on the mic. Hit the subscribe and like. Time to
Kongcast.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Kongcast, coming to you right here from Kong Republic Studios. My name is Jans, and I am your host, and I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Christian Moodley.
What up, guys?
And joining us on our special edition episode today is Mr. DJ Nova himself.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you guys don't see him often, guys, but he's the one behind the cameras and the audio, and he's gonna be featured on this episode today. But as you guys know, here at Kong Republic, we are your one-stop shop for all your entertainment needs. So when it comes to photo shoots, we have you covered. You're gonna get premium A-grade quality photos every single time, guys. If you want to record, if you're a recording artist and you want to make some dope music, then all you have to do is come through over here. We have a nice recording studio upstairs that we're setting up for you guys as well. You want to start your own podcast? This is where you do it. Just like how you see Kongcast is done, you can do not exactly the same, but just the way you like it. That's what we offer here at Kong Republic. Normally, this would be the time where I introduce a guest, but it's a special edition episode today. It is our year-end special, guys, where, we're just going to recap on everything that's been happening, all the experiences that we've had. And yeah, man, everybody's definitely going to throw in their opinions, what they're going to do. Hey, man, made it to the end of the year.
Consistently for a year, bro.
100%, guys.
Every week, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey. You guys are going to hear from DJ Nova as well, as usual, we have a couple of questions that we have, that we're going to throw around. And should I go? Should I go first?
Let's go for it, my G.
Yeah.
Let's go for it, bro.
All right, between all three of us right now, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think is the biggest difference between the first episode and now?
Okay, I'm going to answer that one.
Yeah.
So, when we started the podcast, the first podcast, like the first one.
Number one.
Yeah, number one.
Yeah.
The setup wasn't even like this, eh? We shot it behind me.
By the couch.
Yeah. By that time, we were still deciding on what gear to buy, what gear to start off with. So we just wanted to see how it looks. We just wanted to hit go and see how it looks.
And how did it look?
Remember, bro.
I mean, it never aired.
It never aired.
It never aired, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, we tried.
Yeah.
I was looking bad.
You know what? It was a good starting point.
Hell yeah.
I think it was a good starting point because, we didn't know what was involved in a podcast initially.
Yeah, man.
And then we kind of winged it.
Yeah.
And then...
we've been winging it, but now...
We need to beat that there, sorry.
Yeah.
But I think, what also the biggest difference from now till then, I must say, is like the kind of flow of it.
100%.
Because initially we was unsure with how to get
started and to move forward.
A lot of things, yeah.
But I mean, we winged it, hey? We winged it, and from that one compared to the one that we have now, there's so much growth. I must say with the gear as well. You can hear I'm sounding crisp and clean. We got fresh mics. We're looking fresh, man. I think when we started with the gear, there's a huge difference. We had to invest in audio gear, cameras, and also lighting, man, just to make it stand out. There's so many podcasts out there, and we're just standing out from the rest with what we have. Yeah, we just made everything that we have. We just made it work. Yeah, man. And I mean, you guys know we've had quite a number of guests on the show, right?
Hey, bro.
We've got like so many guests that went out on the podcast. So I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. From all the guests we've had, which guest surprised you the most?
Okay, well, you know what? Let me start off with that, right? Sure. So I think for me personally, right? And I'm sure Jan's got his own one as well.
Yeah.
But like for me, I think it was Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
Because Sheldon and I, we were both business guys, and he runs like a business like literally 1,000 times bigger than this business,
Right.
And he spoke about, firstly, he came down to our little studio and, he gave us he dropped so many points of really good information. He also taught me a lot as a business owner of how to move. In that little short time, in that little conversation we had, he taught me, like, I feel, I'm talking for myself, or how to handle situations in terms of, like, to move forward with the business because he got like lots of staff, hundreds of staff, right? And 167 if I'm not mistaken, and you know, he manages all of them, and he obviously has his key players that does stuff and doesn't do stuff, and you know, and for me that's important, is trying to understand, you know, what do I need to give to our people here at Kong to push them forward and to move in their own direction, because the ideas doesn't come from me, guys. This is a team show here. This is literally, I'm just part of this here. I have such an awesome team here between Jans, Nova, Eve. You know, the guys just doing amazing work. And like, you know, I think, you know, having Sheldon on just make you realize something like that. And also he's a big business guy and he's coming on our entertainment podcast. So I thought for me, that stood out the most to him, you know, to most of me, you know, he rocks up with his $1 million vehicle, 1.2 million rand vehicle. And like, it's like, hey, where you guys at? You know, I'm trying to find you. Are you the monkey? I'm like, yeah, we're the monkey, come through. And then, I thought that was very exciting. For you, who surprised you the most?
Man, I'd say it's hard to pick, right? But more than one would definitely be Anele. First of all, like, just from the mere fact that we didn't really go the formal way of like inviting her, you know, it came by chance because we interviewed J.R. Echo, who's somebody that I'm a huge fan of his work, and you know, we got him in the studio, and then he wanted to use the studio, and then Anele ended up pulling up. We didn't even know who he was going to be shooting, and then she ended up coming through, and then we started talking to her, and then we were like, yo, can you come on the podcast? And she's the nicest person, so she decided to come through, you know, share her gems with us. And also overall, just because she's in the same entertainment space that I'm in, or that I want to flourish in, you know, because she's an actress, a musician. She's more a musician now than an actress, but it started off with acting. And yeah, man, her story, just everything that she outlined throughout the interview about her story is that, you know, she was rock bottom, you know, she didn't think anything was going to come from anything. She was close to giving up. And then just out of that, man, like she got a role as Faith, you know, on the river. And then look at where she is now. So yeah, she was super, super inspiring. And then all the other actors as well, because I love acting. Like that's my first love, you know, 100%. That's my first love. Music's my first. Also I love music, but acting is my first love. So yeah, all the actors that came on, you know, the questions we had for them, all the stuff that they said, just it stuck with me, man. So
I think the cool thing with Anele, I mean, like even after we did the podcast and we met her, and I mean, like she really just liked our energy and what we. Oh, man. And she loved our studio as well.
Yeah, she used it quite a bit.
Yeah, she used it for first music video. She used it for shoots. I mean, like, it was very great. She made a thank you speech here. It was a big thing, you know. And we now good friends because of her using the space and stuff like that. Definitely. So I mean, like, she did give us business as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You know, shout out Anele. Thank you very much.
Shout out Anele, definitely, guys. But yeah, of all the content that we've all been making, you know, everything we've contributed to this year, what would you say is the best thing that came out of the content we've been making, guys?
First of all, bro, relationships. So many relationships were built in this space. So many souls, good souls, amazing people came into the space. And it was always amazing that, you know, when they leave the place, they always leave like a positive comment behind, you know, that always kept us going. I mean, one relationship led to another. So as soon as somebody comes in,
it was interconnected.
As soon as they go out, somebody else is going to contact us for something. So I mean, I believe that's something that really helped us, you know, grow as well, like relationships, you know, connecting with these people.
You know, I think you hit it on the dot there, you know. Almost everyone. There's a few people that... almost everyone.
Almost everyone.
Yeah, almost everyone. We have to specify that.
You know, almost, guys.
You know, we don't get us wrong. We have awesome guests and all of them are awesome.
Amazing, man.
But like almost everyone that came on the podcast now, like... Kong, and when I say we, I'm talking about specifically Kong, has now a new relationship, a newfound relationship where we just not a studio kind of thing to them. We have like almost business opportunities lined up that we didn't think would be possible.
Yeah.
You know, when we started this out here, Jans, I mean, you remember we were looking for artists and trying to, okay, what kind of stuff can we do and stuff like that. But now the whole tables have turned where
there's brand new opportunities.
Exactly, where we are empowered as individual creators, where we could work with these great talents. And it's great to pick the phone up and speak to MJ, speak to TJ, just have conversations with Anela and talk business stuff with them. And I think the business opportunities is unbelievable. Almost every single one. And I'm not lying. I mean, the guys on my thing, almost every single one wants to do stuff with us now. On more than just a podcast level or just let me come do a shoot. Although they use that facilities and they support us, but they want to work with us to create stuff. And that's insane because at the end of the day, we just a studio business. And now we have opportunities with mainstream artists, mainstream actors, mainstream producers. And it's unbelievable the business relationships and business opportunities this podcast has created for us. What would you guys say to that?
Yeah, man, I'd say exactly. I mean, you and Nova definitely hit it on the nail with that, Definitely relationships and new business opportunities because, like you said, we had a focus on certain things. And then when everybody else was just coming in, they just made us aware of other things that you can do, and other ways to move forward and other ways to create a brand new sort of content or what other ideas that we can put together, as a studio and, make them work. So, yeah, I agree with you and Nova, when it comes to that. Definitely relationships and business opportunities. Now, another question would be, what would you say was the most challenging part about shooting content this year? Just about shooting in general.
Are we Nova?
Yeah, Nova.
Nova's behind the scenes.
I would say getting the work done.
Yeah.
Because there was so much work, guys. People see the content.
Hey, man.
But they don't know what happens behind the scenes. Behind the curtains.
How long did the first podcast take you? The first one.
Guys.
How many weeks did the first one take you?
Yeah, man.
Until we get the format right and the cut right and stuff.
Yeah, because, we had to stand out from the rest, So it took time. It took me over a week or 2 weeks or so. Just to get it right. Because we had to get additional stuff. Yeah. Because we had to go, it was our first podcast. So we had to go in detail of exactly what we're all about. So I would say getting the work done, editing, from video to audio, making sure we all on the same page.
Graphics, research.
Research, making sure that we all sit and make sure that our content is proper and legit. The research. Everything you guys go through in researching our guests, that's a whole lot of work. And I would say getting the work done was the biggest challenge. And I grew from that. It was a thing of just being consistent and making sure that everything comes out proper. The way we want it to look,
Aware, bro.
Because I feel like every episode there's an improvement.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I'd say getting the work done.
Jans is a national, a national and national as well. He's charismatic. He's an actor. You can, I won't say I'm an introvert. I'm definitely not an introvert, but I'm not a camera person. I'm always behind the camera.
Right.
So it was, for me, I think. The biggest challenge was understanding the scheduling aspect of it because I'm not a producer, I'm a designer, so I'm a 100% creative person. I do the research stuff with you, but I know Jans and Eve is big in the schedule, and that just it just stresses me out because I being one of the owners here, I have to not only do the podcast and make sure it's 100%, but I need to work on the business itself. And the business, we're not at that stage where we have 30, 40 employees, we literally doing the work ourselves. So, it's me, my wife, we had a designer, we're looking for another designer, but the biggest aspect was trying to juggle everything. We even spoke, we were at one stage looking for me to come out of the show and get somebody else to replace me towards the year end. And it was just too chaotic and my timing was just never on point because I had to align my time with, your guys' time as well. And also the most important is the talent's time. And I thought that was the most trickiest thing because to juggle so many things and we had recordings where we was here till 8, 9 in the night and we here early in the morning, like 6, 7 in the morning. So, the scheduling aspect for me between your guys and the talent and myself, I think got to be the most challenging
That
thing.
was definitely, bro. I'll say that full on firsthand. I know that was the most challenging part about it, bro.
Yeah.
Just getting everything in time, getting everything in order, because there's a lot of things that you're dealing with, man, on the outside, As you said, you're focusing on the business itself as well, not just Kongcast. So, yeah, man, getting everyone in the same room at the same time all together to do one thing so that we can get proper quality content like that like it sounds simple but man,
because you got auditions and you work you do MC in the weekend and like, you got so much just happening on your own side and it's like trying to, and Nova is like this big time producer with 500,000 followers and he got to go to gigs and everything so it's about aligning everybody's thing and not forgetting the talent.
100%.
The talent is the most important person.
And they also come with their own stuff. So they'll tell you, nah, man, another day when you had scheduled them for that day, they call you that same day 2 hours before and they'll tell you something. You're just like, oh man, I don't know what's going on this side, but okay, it's fine. And then we make it work, But yeah, that was definitely one of the most challenging things. Scheduling and getting the work done, man, that's tough times. But yeah, I wanted to ask from Nova and Kirsch, when it came to the performance pieces, what was the most challenging part about shooting them? Because they were all different, first of all. Because we cater to the artist, whoever comes in, if they're an actor, we try to, curate a scene or curate some sort of piece of content that matches the actor. And then artists as well, get them to perform their songs. YouTubers also, so yeah, just in general, what did you guys think about? What was the hardest performance piece to shoot?
Well, I won't say for shooting because shooting is almost like a natural thing for me. I would say the hardest thing for me was we did a skit with Sandile. And I'm not a writer. I'm not at all a writer. The only thing I wrote was commercial stuff, like retail commercial as well. So retail commercial is like price and product, a few puns, a few small things. It's nothing major. It's not like a script. And it was the first time me writing a script. And I kind of had fun with it, but at the same time I was a bit nervous because I supposed to send the script to Sandile, who's this big famous actor here, and I know he works with the pros.
Yeah,
he's working with the best guys in the industry. I mean, he shows on Netflix and stuff. So I mean, like, I was just worried that like, hey, there's this guy who's a creative that's doing what's the word, a script writing. So it was a script writing for me, which actually turned out to be phenomenal. It was actually when Sandila came in here, I was like, hey, dude, what was the deal? Like, what do you think of the script? He's like, no, I love it. I like it. It's good. It's very good. It's very good. I'm like, no, don't mess with me. Is it really? Do I need to make changes? Because I was ready to make changes then and there on the day because I'm not a script writer. And he's like, no, I like it. I'm also going to add some improv to it. I'm like, no, do whatever you want to do. But do you think it's okay? And he was like, he actually like complimented me so hectically where now I feel confident with writing scripts for TV shows, where I never, and I hate writing. I really don't enjoy it. But like, the ideas come and it's just easier for me to just put it down. So I thought that was amazing. Also, I think the trickier thing was that we never do green screen in the studio before, ever. And now we're going to elaborate with me. I think it was such a last minute change of timing and schedule as well. I remember I was told that, okay, the performance piece needs to happen the same day as the podcast. And now I'm like, okay, well, if we're going to do this performance piece, we better do it right. So we implemented green screen. So and the green screen was quite challenging because like I worked in green screen, I did a lot of productions on green screen, but like we didn't know what the results will be like. Because we're not using the most optimal lighting for green screen. We're not using the most optimal. It's like almost like a makeshift. Well, I don't think we makeshift. It's professional to the stage where, I mean, we spent 4,000 Rand on a backdrop. And then we had like another 8,000 Rand of lights on each side. I mean, it's a professional shoot, but like we winged the whole thing because we wanted to go for a particular look and feel. And I think it's out now, but it looked absolutely, Nova killed it. Nova absolutely killed it.
Yo.
I mean, I gave him creative direction and he took it from here to like there. I mean, like that for me, particularly, and it was almost on the post-production side because Sandile did such an amazing job on the skit.
Like, hey,
well,
man,
you know?
hey, let's not even play with that talent.
He took it to another level.
To another level.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
definitely made it better.
Yeah, because he even cried on set.
bro.
You know, that
Bro.
improv is amazing, bro.
Bro, I was on interviewing
Like-
him like this, and I was like, hey, man, this
you were
man
like,
is
is
in it, bro.
this guy really,
Bro,
you know?
he's really in it. I was like,
Yo.
yeah, no.
Just
100%.
to add on to that, another one that stood out for me was the prank we shot with Klux.
Oh,
So
yes.
I've
yeah.
never been chased out of a mall.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
got kicked out of a mall, dude. Yeah.
But on that day, you got kicked out, bro, because you know this guy. It was crazy. It was crazy. You guys should check it out. So we went out in public, and it was just him and his friend, and they were just asking people questions in gibberish, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were they were stunned with it. They were acting shocked because they didn't know
Right,
what's going on.
yeah.
These guys are from South Africa or
Right.
you know. But yeah, it stood out for me. You know, it stood out for me. It was one of the best pieces of content we put out there. You know,
Yeah.
that
No,
whole
I-
performance piece was dope.
I definitely agree, man.
I think
Those two.
I think Nova did a good job covering it as well because I mean it was just two cameramen. It was me
Yeah,
and Nova.
yes, you
us,
and Nova, yeah.
And
And
Nova
also,
had to do the audio and
Yes.
film as well.
And you know, another tricky thing with that is that
yeah.
Kirsch was shooting on another side.
Right, yeah,
And-
far
and-
away.
And I was on another different side as
Yeah.
well. So to sync those two cameras together was crazy. And if you look at it, you'd think that we were dubbing audio on that one and on this one as well.
yeah.
But we were just dubbing audio on one.
What?
But the way it came out, everything was in sync. It came out
Yeah.
proper. So I would say also post-production was amazing.
Yeah.
It was dope sitting on it and making sure that it looks proper, it's in sync.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that was also one of the best performance pieces.
Well, I'll definitely say thank to you, bro, because
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I just did the camera work, and you were focusing on capturing the content
and audio.
and the
And the
audio,
audio.
and making sure the guards don't kick us out.
Hey, man.
You know, and we did get kicked out.
We did,
We
yeah,
got
yeah,
kicked
we
out.
did,
The guard
we
said, "Please, can you leave immediately?"
Yeah.
And we said, "Okay, no problem." And we jumped in the vehicle and we went to the other side to shoot because we had to get the tail.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
we
like,
had to,
"Hey,
yeah.
how quickly can these guys communicate?" So it wasn't a
Yeah.
thing of trying to have banter with them. It was a thing of, okay, let's listen to them and leave immediately.
Right.
Basically getting the work done.
Just getting the
Yeah,
work
get
done.
that,
Getting
yeah,
the work done.
basically.
100%.
That's it.
And then we left immediately and we went to the other side and we shot the intro
outro,
and
yeah.
and
The
outro.
outro,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it
It was
was
proper.
and it worked perfectly.
Yeah,
It's
it was
really
proper.
dope, man. No, I saw it. I saw both content pieces, and I was like, you know, already when I saw Sandile with the green screen, bro, I was like, what on earth, bro?
Yeah, yo,
Like,
bro.
I didn't expect it to come out the way it came out.
Same
but
here,
it
bro.
looks so good.
It was, for me, it was my first time editing a green screen,
yeah.
thing, you know? And the way it came
it
out,
looks
it surprised me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a section where he's standing, it looks like he's standing on a street.
Yeah.
And there's a truck passing, there's cars passing, there's hooters all over.
Right.
And you think that, you know, he's right there.
Yeah.
And it just came out so amazing, bro. So yeah, those two are like, for me, the best.
Shit,
Definitely,
man.
I can agree with
I
that.
also
Yeah.
agree with them. Not to say anything bad about the arts. Your guys were amazing as well. The artists, musicians who came in and did their performances, man, they definitely killed it, man. But yeah, you know, me being here at Kong Republic, I just know that it's an ambitious place, you know, and there's definitely, since we are in our year-end special, you know, we are coming up on the new year, 2023.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, there's definitely plans happening for next year. But
Yeah.
when it comes to Kong Republic, what would you say is up, man? What would you say
yo.
we can look forward to, or other people, you know, the conquerors out there can look forward to next year?
So yeah, man. I mean, being here is amazing. Meeting all these talented souls. We obviously have to create fresh pieces of content for them.
Yeah.
You know, so I think for me in the new year, what I'm looking forward to is the additional pieces of content. You know, the new stuff we're going to be working on. I think Kirsch can elaborate more on the new shows.
New shows.
You know,
Yeah, so the exciting thing is, guys, is that, I mean, it started off as a podcast and it was very great and it's still amazing right now, but we're evolving into better and bigger production. So the podcast is still going to go on and still continue, but there's other shows that now we want to shoot on top of the podcast. So the schedule won't change on the podcast necessarily, but what would change is we would be adding more additional shows to the content. And let me elaborate on some of the shows, okay? So we have, at the moment, well, the one thing is What the F, right? And What the F, it basically talks, we do reviews on all the gear we have here. We talk about all the kinds of new gear we got here, what you can do with it, the lighting, the stuff.
Yes.
And we go into the creative aspect of it. And I host a show where I talk about the technicality of behind the scenes, being traditionally from that aspect in the industry. And we talk about all the gear we have here that can be rented out and stuff. So that's just one of the show ideas.
Yes.
The other shows that we have in mind is something that the boys cooked up. I had nothing to do with it. And, it's exclusive, Kong exclusives, where we get in producers and we get in like mixes in and that kind of jazz, and we're going to also do it on green screen, and they're going to be playing a set. So there's that, and then there's a big one that we're working on where we're getting DOPs, additional cameras, renting out stuff, doing a whole set design, doing scripts, writing, and we're actually selling it to not just for YouTube, but we're selling it to networks, which is a big deal, and that's I'm trying to keep up with them.
There's a lot.
Construction and construction is really a thing of where we work with different producers, artists, and we talk about the making of how this hit came about.
But not too much revealed.
Yeah, not too much.
Not too much revealed for everyone, Hey, we're watching everyone out there. People are out here, bro. Checking you out, listening to ideas, But you guys are definitely going to see it the Kong way. That's definitely with construction, Kong exclusives, What the F, all those are definitely coming out next year, and we have a lot to look forward to.
Looking forward to What the F, eh? What the?
One time. Well, one thing we did on Kongcast this year, guys, was, for all our guests that came on, we gave out quite a few photo shoots. Like, I think almost every guest, we gave out photo shoots, man. And, the person who takes the photos in the studio, guys, is the man right next to me right here, And I'm talking about, like, really goes in, bro. You'll see this man, like, on the floor.
We are small business, guys. We have to do what we have to do,
I have one question.
Yeah.
Before we reveal, the best one, right? We gave out photo shoots with a lot of money. So we calculated the other day. And Kush maybe might know.
So I definitely know, bro, because it's money that we kind of gave out. So man, I'm proud to say that out of all the photo shoots we gave out, which is a better part of 38 photo shoots, we gave out photo shoots. And remember, guys, we are podcast.
Right.
We gave out photo shoots to the value of 175,000 Rand within 8 months. 8 months of working, and we gave it 175,000 of photo shoots. For me, that's a hell of a lot of money,
a lot, bro.
And I think that was one of the best things we did, because that not only, people love free stuff, but it created such good relationships and such strong bonds with this, because
100%.
every single person that got it, and we did everything. We do the photo shoot, we do the editing, we do the selections, and then we give the clients, and and they're happy. We treat them like it's a proper photo shoot. And everybody was happy with it. We had no negative complaints. And I mean, a lot of business span off from then. Sandile recently launched his e-commerce. And we also did the photo shoot for that. It's looking super fresh. And he called me and he said, because he loves it. And, I'm getting good reviews. And, we must do another photo shoot with new stuff. And I was like, aware, bro, thank you.
That's dope.
So yes, we gave a lot of value away to 175,000. But what we got in return was, I think, so much more.
100%.
Definitely.
I definitely think so. But of all the photo shoots that you do, man, because as I said, man, you go in, you'll see him on chairs, you see him lying down on the floor, taking photos, like really doing the work. But of the photo shoots that you've done, which one really stood out to you the most?
You know what? I have to rope in Nova on this conversation this year as well,
Yeah.
because Nova works with me
Yeah.
with the photo shoot. So Nova like went from just getting into photo shoots to doing like light sculpting within photo shoot.
Yeah.
No, seriously, he's
Yeah.
like the main lighting guy when it comes to doing the sculpting and stuff. And like lighting is so key, bro.
Yeah,
it's so
100%.
key. So for me, and you know, some of you agree or not, I think Anele, because we hired props, we had to ship stuff. I had to put like over 150 meters of foil down on the floor.
Right.
You know, which is very expensive, 700 rand of foil just on the floor and
Yeah.
the background. And yeah, it was a lot of effort. I mean, like, I think we took, yes, if I'm not mistaken, I think like 3 hours just to set up. We rented disco balls. And yeah, it was actually a very successful
Yeah,
shoot. We
it
should
was.
put out some images of
Yeah.
what it looked like. And Anele loved it.
Yeah.
And she was so impressed with what happened. She even mentioned it on the podcast. So for me, I think the amount of effort was involved is definitely Anele. But we have a lot more lined up. That's coming up. I don't know where they drop it. We got Holly Ray, which is another one like that.
Yes.
We got a few other guys that's also very creative stuff. So I think definitely Anele is on there because it was so crazy, the amount of work and effort, because we had to go and hire stuff and go look for foil that's, if you stand on it, it doesn't tear. So the foil have to be a certain micron thickness. It was just so much to get ready for the shoot. I think we spent, Nova, would you say like 4 hours to prepare for that shoot?
Yeah, I would say about 4 hours. And there was still load shedding.
Load shedding. and it was like a 6-hour photo shoot.
It was like
dude.
a 6-hour photo shoot. Also, not to forget to mention that you got the brief the day before.
The day before.
Yeah. So, I mean, the way it came out, it didn't even look like you got the brief the day before.
We pushed, bro.
Yeah,
But
it came out proper.
it was a team effort, man.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, while I was going out looking for props and trying to sort stuff out, you know, Jans was busy trying to get the questions ready, and Nova was busy trying to set up the studio for the shoot. It was a teamwork.
Yeah.
We had a lot of hands working at the same time, but it was very successful. That's one definitely that stands out to me. Yeah, but I have a question, right? And my question being like, you know, we had so many great guests here, right?
Yeah.
And like, you know, everybody in their own right is very, very, very talented. And not one person that came through did not have any talent. Everyone was unbelievably talented, you know, everybody. But who would you say, well, Jans, let me go ask you this. Who would you say stood out to you?
Like the guests that stood out to me with their talent the most.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, I was gonna be actors, bro.
Yeah, because
You know,
you're actors.
you know, I was gonna be
Yeah.
actors. So I'd say Sandile, definitely, bro, definitely, because you know it's one thing to channel how you're feeling, you know, because with acting, it is a character that you put on, right? So the moment someone gives you a brief saying that you're from the township and all that, if you're in a space like this and you have to come up with that like on the spot, you know, it's not an easy thing, bro. Like at all, it's not an easy thing to actually just envision yourself and put yourself in that character and then really like really perform it, you know, because that's another thing is the way you perform it. I mean, I can just be like this and you say I'm coming from the Kasi and then I speak like this and then you're like, this is my, but even my actions are like, oh, Kasi vibes, you know, I have but just the way I'm speaking is just off.
Goes
know?
with the lot. Actually.
Yeah, it goes. There's a lot of things you have to think about, man, when it comes to that. So Sandile, he definitely got the brief, you know, before he came to the studio, but his preparation for it, and I saw his improv as well, because when he was here,
he brought clothes and everything. For this.
Yeah. I saw his improv as well, because he definitely prepared for what we read, what you wrote, and then him performing it, the improv that he had in between
was amazing.
You could just tell, like, no, man, this is somebody who's been in this space for a while, and he's been doing it for a while, and you can just tell, like, if you're an actor, you can tell when somebody's doing something and they know what they're doing, you know?
I think,
so.
You know, to elaborate on what you said, it was definitely Sandile, because like Nova even said, the guy broke out
Bro, tears,
into
bro.
tears.
Tears
How does
straight.
someone just start crying on the spot? All of a sudden. And it wasn't even the first take. It was like the second or third take.
No, it was an improv take.
Yeah, we was like, okay, change it up a bit and let's go. Change up. And then next thing I know, this guy just starts crying. And then I'm like, what's going on, guys? what did we do? Why is he freaking crying on the set? And then you guys are like, no, it's all part of it.
It's part of the whole thing.
Everybody was blown away.
That was amazing,
like
man.
what he was doing, I was just super, super, super impressed with it. And I understand, why he's definitely at the top caliber of what he's doing. Because it is a hard thing. You were saying, like, how do you even burst out into? I know just to do an emotional scene, I listen to sad music before I have to step on camera.
But we were laughing. We were laughing.
Yeah,
and
you were
joking.
laughing, we were chilling, we were thinking,
Next
it's fun.
moment, he's
This
like
man is
breaking
crying,
out,
bro.
yeah.
So, hey, man, all of that, like,
But he killed it.
on the spot, he definitely killed it. So I'd say he was definitely a guest that impressed me the most. With their talent, especially here. But I say all the musicians as well, man. These people can sing out here.
all of them are very talented.
Ah.
I think for me, why it was Sandile as well, because I haven't seen someone just cry like that.
Right.
On set, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you're an actor,
Yeah.
and you got to listen to music
Yeah, like
to make
sad
yourself
music
cry.
will put you in a bad mood or in a sad mood.
And then you're in a sad mood. But this guy went from, okay, guys, what are we doing? What do we need to, like, bursting out the tears?
We didn't even have sad music.
Nah,
Yeah.
we
So
were
it was
laughing,
like-
bro.
Straight in.
We were laughing. So yeah, I saw even diversity in the characters that he played. He just has a technique that he uses that's super, super dope. But I'd say he was definitely the one guest that impressed me the most. Nova, you have one?
Nah, bro. I think I agree with you guys. You
Yeah.
know, Sandile was the one that stood out the most, bro.
Yeah.
He gave us so many takes,
Yeah.
and that one took the cup, bro.
the cup.
Took the trophy.
100%.
It's rare to see that, bro, on set. Yeah, it's very rare, bro. And I mean, it blew me away as well. Editing
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt good.
Nah,
And he was the weatherman.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
news
Characters.
reporter,
Bro.
the man in the township.
Bro.
I mean, he killed it.
Yeah,
It was amazing. I mean, I agree with you guys. Sandile,
Sandile
yeah,
straight,
definitely, bro.
Well, guys, I mean, we just throw flowers here at Kongcast. We definitely, all the guests that have come in, we're throwing flowers. And we're going to be back with more flowers for many more guests just after this ad break. So definitely stay tuned.
Now, for a limited time, get your exclusive photo shoot for only 2,450 Rand and get a free A1 canvas print. This special includes 20 high-resolution images, 3 hours of editing and retouching, 2 background options of your choice, includes photographer, gear hire, assistant, and refreshments. Get your exclusive photo shoot done at Kong Republic Studios based here in Kyalami Midrand.
Hey, welcome back, Conquerors, to another episode of Kongcast. This time, a special edition. It is our year-end episode where we're definitely, reminiscing on everything that happened this year on the podcast, outside the podcast as well. All the challenges we had to deal with and all the rewards that came from everything we've been doing. So, man, just to jump straight into it. Of all the guests that we've had, we all agree super talented. What would you say, or who would you say, you gained the most knowledge from?
In my opinion, and I would say knowledge based on 100% informative manner, not necessarily on how to do things. It's more on the exact things to do.
Okay.
Is definitely Holly Ray. I mean, like Holly Ray blew me she blew my mind away within the first 10 minutes of me meeting her.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, this is cool. You must try and do this. And then you must try and do it that way. And then you can raise money like this. Then you look for sponsorships like that. And then it was like information overload.
Right.
I was like, madam, I can't keep this in my mind. I had to invite her over for dinner so she can we can go through it and just break it down and she can show us the ropes. I mean, she was most informative in a way that I would say on a business sense, right? Because I'm into the whole business thing. On a production level, it's I won't say it's rare, but people did teach me a lot of stuff, right?
Right.
But from a business point of view, especially on the entertainment side, on how to evolve the podcast and how to take it to another level and how to look for sponsorships. And she was the most informative. She knew the groups. She knows the website. She knows who to speak to. She knew, because she's doing it from such a young age as well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, her first paid gig was 16 years old, So I
started doing music at 13.
It's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
So I think Holly Ray definitely blew my mind away in terms of what can be done and what we should be doing and what we're not doing.
Yeah.
She literally pointed out our weaknesses, our strengths, and our advantages in one sitting.
Yeah.
And for me, nobody did that for us, eh? Literally nobody. I don't feel anybody did that for us to that particular level. You know? But yeah, that's my take on that.
I agree with that.
You agree?
I agree with
100%, man. No,
100%.
Holly Ray definitely has some gems to drop.
Yeah.
You know, she was definitely a guest. We all wanted her on the show. You know, we definitely all wanted her. But you know, when it comes to the show itself, you know, the Kongcast, everything that comes together, man, is definitely a team effort, and you know, a lot of work goes into it. But Nova definitely has more experience with this next question because he's our editor. The man edits. Man, he's crazy with it, you know? So, honor to us, bro. Of all the episodes we've done, man, which one was the hardest edit, bro?
Bro.
There's more than one.
There's more than one. But I mean, there is one that was,
it stands out.
Yeah, I'd say TJ's episode was, the trickiest and hardest to edit, bro. It was a tough one because I remember on the day, load shedding hit us, unexpected. And everything was plugged into the wall. Yeah. That's your TV or everything. Everything was plugged into the wall.
Did we have a UPS by then?
Did we?
I don't know. I think we did have.
I think we did have a UPS.
We did have it. We just didn't plug into it.
Yeah.
So what happened is load shedding hit and the cameras kept rolling. Right. So I kept on thinking of cutting and, you know, I just wasn't sure whether to cut or continue.
Keep it going.
I just kept the cameras rolling. But I killed the audio. So I stopped the audio recording. So when we started re-recording again, in my head I was like, okay, the cameras are rolling, sharp, we good. I forgot that the audio
was off.
Oof. So now I started rolling like 5 minutes after. So joining that, joining the audio with the video after load shedding and just making everything get together, I was like, oh shit, how do I... But I had to sit there and like figure out, you know, where to put certain parts in. And it worked out. I mean, if you watch it, you wouldn't even notice.
You wouldn't notice.
You wouldn't notice. So we didn't miss out anything because you guys repeated a certain question. When the load shedding hit, we went back to the question. So I was like, oh wait, good shot. So I still have the previous footage. I'll just take that with the... you know, the new audio and just sync that together. And it worked out. It worked out like really proper. But I would say it was the
because I mean you had audio issues.
I had video issues.
Audio shedding issues.
It was all issues.
Compounded, bro.
Yeah, all around.
But I watched TJ's one. TJ's one, I watched it actually twice, the whole thing. And you can't see any of that now.
Definitely.
The edit was so smooth, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
You fixed it to such a level that you would never know that happened if you were not there.
Bro. I would say like, TJ's one was like the hardest and trickiest to edit. But we have to give away a record. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. The record for the longest and shortest podcast. Which ones do you think deserve that record?
Shortest, I'd say Talk Music. Talk Music was the shortest, man.
You know, for a guy named Talk, he gets to the point. He gets to the point.
Hey, man.
Just talking and then out.
He's a man of very few words, but big impact when it comes to music. So, I'd say Talk was definitely the shortest.
I think it was 34 minutes.
34?
35 minutes and some odd seconds. You know?
Shortest, And which one did you say was the longest?
Definitely Anele.
Bro.
I was stressing out.
That one, bro.
We formatted the cards and I wasn't sure whether the cameras will be able to record straight for 2 hours. Because actually it recorded for like almost like, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
2:45.
But Nova cut the episode down without just cutting the pauses and stuff. I mean, you cut it down to just over 2 hours.
Just over 2 hours,
So I mean, you got 45 minutes.
And I mean, she had so much to tell.
And that's what I like.
All of it was amazing. It was
relevant.
Positive and relevant storytelling. Like everything she went through, she put it out there. You know, and she even said it herself that she's never talked so much
like this
on an interview about, you know, her life and what she's been through and what she's achieved. So I mean, definitely was the longest.
But you know what, dude? When we have these long podcasts, I think that it's also great from a, what's the word? I'll say the word would be a relationship point of view, because you learn so much about someone within that particular time. And in cases, even with Anele, I'm sure you remember, we were shocked.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, the amounts of research we do for questions, you anticipate what the answer might be, So, I mean, we never thought that we'd do research for questions for Anele and then it would go over 2 hours, when it comes to
like
answers.
almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
We edited it down to 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when it came to that, you only expect a certain answer, but that's the one thing I liked about her is that she really just went with it, said her story. And, now I know anybody who becomes a fan of Anele from this day forward, moving on, new fans, even old fans, like if they are looking for a piece of content that she can go to and they see an interview of 2 hours where she says everything. Yeah. I mean, and we did that, there's nothing else but positivity when it comes to that. But yeah, she was definitely the longest, bro.
Yeah, she was.
She was definitely the longest. One thing that we did do, as a company, as a podcast, is we got recognition this year. We got nominated for Podcast of the Year at the African Social Entertainment Awards, guys.
Crazy.
Amazing.
Right, after 8 months, 8 months of work, bro.
We actually got nominated within 6 months. But
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, we got the nomination.
8 months we've been doing this. 6 months we got nominated.
That's
it's amazing.
And firstly, I must thank your guys. It's unbelievable. We wouldn't have done this because remember, guys, we were the only business there out of influencers and celebrities.
Yes.
The only business. I mean, for me, that was like one of the highest achievements as a business that we could do, especially on a podcast that we started out, because we just started this podcast to get what people aware of what we're kind of doing from a rental point of view, and then to be nominated in Africa in the top 7. I mean, that's amazing.
It was crazy against crazy nominees as
and
well.
we were the smallest person on the podcast.
Yeah.
We were the smallest person. There was people like Mac G on it. With like 700,000-800,000 followers, and we were the smallest people. We don't even have 1,000 as yet, and people selected us. When I say people, I'm talking about your guys, because this is done by the public, and you all selected us, and man, thank you. That was such an achievement.
It's amazing. I mean, when I first found out, it was a huge surprise, because I mean, 6 months, guys, of hard work and just consistency. You wouldn't think that you'd even get nominated, for anything. Because
6 months.
We definitely felt like we needed to do more work to even get recognized.
Right.
But I have just one question to add on to that. Do you guys think that social media had an impact in that?
Oh yeah.
For us to get recognized in that way.
Definitely. We grew from zero this year.
Everything
we started off from zero. And in 2022, it's not the easiest to start from zero, especially when you're doing it on multiple platforms. And obviously YouTube is very important, but we focused on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. TikTok. YouTube, and we have achieved growth everywhere. I think over 1,000 everywhere. Instagram we like 1.7, TikTok I think 1.1, Facebook we over like 1.2.
TikTok is 2,000 and something now, bro.
Really? I mean the growth there, and then YouTube is the slowest, but I mean we almost at that 700 subscriber mark right now. I think we're like 4 or 3 away from 700 subscribers, which is insane, which is absolutely insane, because I mean YouTube is really the place where we want to kind of focus our energies on, but we have growth on every platform. So I think social media has been a big achievement for us, as much as and Jan's put in a lot of work and effort in he manages the social media aspect of it, and I think we did great from that point of view, we definitely a good achievement from what I see it, from that side.
Definitely.
100%, man. It was amazing. So I want to ask you guys also, how was the experience at the awards?
The awards?
Yeah.
Hey man,
I never even met the whole award. I got there. I'm like, hey, we better get there in time, dude. We can't be late,
Okay, first of all, because when it comes to awards,
Yeah.
I know in
He's
entertainment.
used to it. He's used to the awards stuff, right?
No, not even. But I'm just saying, in entertainment, when it comes to certain things, I know if someone says like it's gonna start at this time, it's very, very difficult for them to start at that time. So I knew it was gonna be much later.
But you never tell me anything. You never
I
tell
don't
me
know.
anything, you
I
know?
don't know because when it came to these awards, I don't know how they operate. I've never been to them, so I was like, you know what? They said we must be there at 4. Let's get there at 4. And Krish was like, 8. We must be there at 4.
Did you guys arrive early?
Yeah. Oh, way too early.
Yeah.
Way.
I think
wait,
we
there was
got there
no-
just after 4, eh?
When there
Bro,
was
we
no
were
plugging the
like
speakers.
maybe the 5th guest there. Like
Really?
it was just like 4 people sitting on one
Oh,
couch.
you guys
know?
arrived when they were still plugging the speaker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
they literally was
Sound
just plugging the stuff in, bro. Yeah.
That's exactly what they were doing.
And I was
right?
like, but the invite says 4. Why the hell is this thing not at 4 o'clock? Remember, dude, I work in commercial. You know, when you
Yeah,
say a time,
yeah.
you gotta be stick to that
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
You know, like when there's a call sheet out, you stick to the
Oh,
call
man.
sheet. And then like I rock up there and I'm like, yo,
Yo, it killed me. He asked me, he's like, what time do you think it's gonna start? I'm like, bro, this might start at like 7. Bro.
they were still
he's like,
tapping
no
the mic.
ways, bro. It started around like 7, half 7, I think, right?
and I had to go because I had another business thing I had to go to.
Yes.
And I think I never even to see the full awards because I already committed to a meeting, to a business meeting that I had to go to.
Yeah, he was there for like half of the award show, and then when he left, the other half like came out. But yeah, man, you know, it was just a dope experience just to be there.
But I mean,
you
like
know, along
from
with
4
people.
o'clock to quarter to 9, the awards never start, you know? And like, you know,
Yeah,
that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yo, bro,
Yeah,
so
you know,
much happened like when you left. Oh my lord! But yeah, you know, overall, just to be recognized, right? And we
Yeah.
appreciate that they saw what we were trying to do and they nominated us for it. You know, we thank the ASCA Awards for that.
But
It
you know,
was an
it
experience.
was very
amazing,
fun.
right?
It was very fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'll tell you why, because you know, you go there and now you've seen people on your guest on your
Yes.
guests on your show.
Yeah.
You know, Primo was there,
Primo was there.
JR was there.
Hey, man.
What's this King was there, you know.
Yeah.
All these good guys were there and we had people on the show and you're thinking, hey, now these are the celebrities that we had on the show. Now we're in the same category. No, I don't want to say celebrity, but we're in the same like nomination category
Yes.
as some of these guys, you know.
Yeah.
And for me, it was such a great deal. I never get to see, but I got to see, hey, I got to meet everyone again and say them, hey, thanks, whatnot. It was
Yeah.
just great seeing them. So, you know, before I left, I said my goodbyes to everyone and I had to go, you know. But Jan stayed the whole.
Yeah,
he did the whole thing.
I stayed till our category, man, for podcast of the year. You know.
Did you even you stayed after as well?
No, I left immediately after that.
Really?
Yeah, because everyone was leaving after their awards. So we came literally the last, maybe out of the last 3, we were like 3rd last, and then it was the second
So you
last.
pretty much stayed for the whole
Pretty
thing.
much like clocked the whole award.
Yeah, I
So
know.
yeah, man, I left immediately after that. But yeah, I stayed just for that, man. But yeah, when it comes to Kong and us, we're very generous, bro. That's one thing I'll say. When it comes to the photo shoots and what we gave away, and when it comes to all of that, but other things that we can filter into the studio space. What do you think, or how even Kirsch can elaborate on how people can actually make use of our services here, and us being probably the cheapest on the market, when it comes to studio spaces and using it, photo shoots and all of that, all of it is on our website, even on our Instagram, you can look at our link and you just go in there and I swear our prices are the most competitive. But yeah, I just wanted to ask about, the value of everything we offer here, man. How do you want to elaborate?
When I initially started this studio venture, it was not to necessarily make money. It was to make stuff accessible. And, we pride on ourselves on being so cheap, And firstly, like if you come to us, like as a business Kong, and you have a better price, or you want to utilize a service that you think you can't afford, I want you to really knock on our doors and say, hey, listen to me, there's a quote, this is what I'm getting for, can you do it? And I will match it, because part of our business is we work with the public and we want people to use the facilities and make use of this. We invest in millions and millions and millions and millions into this place, and it doesn't stop, and we're still doing more investments. But our services is podcast. We have a fully fledged podcast studio, photography, recording studio, music videos, album cover art, creative design. It really is a lot of services, but at the end of the day, this stuff is for the people. And it's for them to feel welcome in a safe environment, comfortable environment to use it. And like
definitely safe and very comfortable.
And I mean, like we're in Kailami, we're in Waterfall area, and we pride ourselves on offering the cheapest service with the best quality,
100%.
You know, and you know, a price in South Africa, everything is key, but like we move in. Podcast ain't gonna stop, you know, video ain't gonna stop. If anything, there's more content being made now than it was 50 years ago.
100%.
So, you know, if you want to be in this digital era and still pull off stuff like podcasts like these and photo shoots and stuff, that's where we come in and fill that gap. You know, it doesn't need to be expensive, guys. It really doesn't. You know, I think you could start with us for as little as like $800 and you get a full setup. I think the real main focus is that we want to offer more services, and the build we're going to do or take the studio to just add more services to that list.
100%. I mean, I agree with you guys on that. And I just have 3 words, man. Use our services.
That's it.
Use our services, guys. If you go onto the website.
Bro, all the people in Midrand should be out here knocking here. Literally. Family photo shoots.
Definitely,
you know, videography, all of it. They should be here, you know, because it is very accessible.
Yeah, it's convenient, bro. It's right here. You know, just behind the race course, Kailami race course. I mean, there's a lot of people around Midrand, and you know, Midrand is sort of like the entertainment hub.
Right.
So, I mean, we're right here, guys. Use us, use our services. We're right here to help and to improve your content. I mean, just come through, have a sit with us, and let's make everything happen for you, man.
100%.
Just to add on to that, guys, let's talk more about the studio evolution. Right. So, right now we're in stage 1. So, Kush, maybe you can take us through.
Okay, right, cool. So we're doing a big investment, 1.7 million additional next year. And this will include like a fully fledged recording studio that's matched to international studio standards like Def Jam, USA, and Universal US. I mean, we building it right here in sunny South Africa, and we evolving the services. And we also, making it very accessible as well. But we currently starting the process of stage 2 next year. And stage 2, we'll be adding an infinity curve. We'll be building a completely isolation, soundproof recording studio. We'll be getting a lot more gear from an audio perspective. We'll be getting a lot more gear from a lighting perspective. And then the big thing is that we invest in Netflix-approved cameras next year. So, you know, you can come here with stage 2 up and running. In one evening, you can record your music, you can do album cover art, you can shoot visualizer, and you can do mastering and a photo shoot all in one night. There's no service in the country that offers that all under one roof, happening at one night. 100%. We will be the first. And I won't say only, because I'm sure other people will buy studios and start doing this, but we'll be the first people. But what we want to do is not just own that space. We want to be very cheap as well. You know, we want people to come in, have good quality, good services, good gear, and we just want to make a little bit of money on the top of it. Our business motto works very different from traditional studios, where traditional studios is like, all right, there's a space, bring your gear, come and use it. No, we equipped in the whole place with every single gear you could possibly need. It's a massive investment, you know. It's really, you know, stage 2 is costing us over 2 million. And, you know, in the up and coming, 12-month period, you know, 2 million on top of the 2 million that's already invested in here. So, you know, our asset value within the small square meterage will be 4 million plus from a studio point of view. So that's really, it's a big thing for us, you know, it's a big thing because we're all young guys here, and to get our hands on that kind of money is not easy. So everything we make just goes 100% back to the business, 100% back to the business. And we're also going to be starting advertising next year. So Next year, we're going to be investing in keywords and Google keywords, so we'll pop up a lot more. We're going to be doing a lot of social media investing, purely just for the services, though, not necessarily because we've been growing quite organically. So there's a lot of investment that incorporates that 2 million rand investment. Yeah. But that's a big thing, a 2023 investment. Stage 2 launches mid next year, and it's a 2 million rand plus investment. And the key of that is to still, obviously, want to recuperate this money at time, but we just want to have right now the best studio in Africa.
Right.
It's not about size, it's not about how big it is, it's about how you use it.
100%.
And yes, we don't have the biggest studio, nor do we have the smallest studio. We have a good sized studio that's versatile and you can be doing a lot more stuff. And just to let you know, this is just stage 2. There's another stage above this.
It's VR.
It's VR, and that investment is 7 million.
Right.
So, if you look at the 2 initial million and then another 2 million that's going to involve 4 million, and then you put the 7 plus 4, what are you sitting at?
11,
11
almost
million.
12. I'm sure it's 12.
Well, with tax and everything on top of that, you look at about 12.
12, yeah.
So, not a normal studio costs 12 million, no normal.
Yeah.
But because we're doing a professional recording studio, professional podcast, professional photo shoots, visualizers, and there's a workspace for designers and creatives that comes in and do their own stuff to help the clientele. We're doing multiple things under one roof. So I'm proud to say Kong Republic will be the only studio of its kind in the country.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Oh man, and an independent one too. Just an independent studio, guys.
100%, man.
Oh man, but yeah, no, it's been a good time. It's been a great time here at Kongcast. Yeah, in Kong Republic, just in general, guys.
But I do have a small thing. It's a little bit sad as well. Jans has been our main host. He did such an awesome job. He's not only been a host. Jans has been doing stuff from the creative point of view as well, where he'll advise us which guest is good to come through, we work on his recommendations. And not only that, he also helps us with the research, and we work very closely with the research. We worked a lot on top of all the other stuff he's doing. But here at Kong, we want people to prosper and move on and obviously benefit the lives. And Jans will be unfortunately moving on to better and bigger things of his own.
Yeah, man.
I mean, check it, dude. We're very sad to see you go. You're not technically gone. You're always going to be part of the family. You're always going to be here. You're always going to chill with us. You're always be our friend.
Yes.
We're always going to do business together. But why don't you tell the viewers of what you've been moving on and where what they can look out for and what's happening, because you're doing so many things now. I mean, between acting and starting businesses and starting your own show and there's so many things. Why don't you elaborate with us? Huh?
No, guys, I mean, it's been a lovely experience throughout this entire journey that we've had on Kongcast and being the host. And man, it's just a bunch of things that are taking up a lot of time, so when balancing everything is kind of proving a bit difficult. And man, like you said, I'm starting my own business. I'm starting my own business with a very good friend of mine as well, where we're venturing into something that isn't entertainment related, but it's something that is definitely going to be what do you say?
Prosperous.
Prosperous, right? That's the word for it. But that's one thing that I'm definitely tackling into. And then as always, I'm always gonna be, on the lookout for entertainment, man. Like hosting, emceeing, acting, performing gigs, all that jazz. Like I'm definitely for it, and I'm gonna be going through it hard for it next year. Modeling as well. A lot of people tell me I must model, bro. So many people are telling me, go into modeling, and it's something that I love. Acting, modeling isn't something that it's very different from that. So that's also something else that I'm tackling as well. Amongst other things, because from everything that you start off, everything builds up from there, builds up, and then you venture into other things or you see other opportunities. Just like what Kong did.
100%.
So man, that's basically me and what I'm gonna be doing next year. I'm excited for it, bro. 2023 is gonna be mad. It's gonna be crazy busy though.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'll say, is that it's gonna every day is gonna be a grind, bro.
I told you
what can you do?
I told you off the show, bro. Anything that you really want in life doesn't come easy.
Oh, not at all.
And if it's not a grind and you become successful of it, you're not doing something right. You're either selling drugs or stealing the money or something. I know a few rich people, and I don't know anyone that had it easy.
No one.
You know, like so you
All
know.
the people I look up to, bro, every single entrepreneur that I look up to, and I'm like, yo, this person's really doing the thing. Every single actor, every single talented person I've seen, there's no way that this person just woke up and then it was just there. You know what I mean?
It was
all an effort, an immense effort. But you know, when it comes to it, bro, that's the only way to do it. So
Yeah, man.
when you're pushing your own thing, is more motivation as well. Where you're like, yo, this is just me, and that's on me, and that's that. You know,
No,
that's
on my
hectic,
side, bro,
hectic.
On my side, I mean, I just want to wish you all the best.
Oh, yeah, man.
It was amazing having you on the show. And I mean, your energy, you know, your voice. Is radio on your list, bro?
Hey, bro, it's there. It's
I've been
definitely there.
telling this guy to do radio for the show we met him, bro.
it should
No,
be,
radio
but-
is definitely there, bro.
You know, maybe you might listen to me and do some radio stuff, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, we
man.
still need to get Kush on the song.
Hey, bro. Hey, right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the plug. I'll plug you in, bro. Be like, hey, listen to my boy.
Just now before the Metro FM, I'll be like, hey, you know, you need to put me on prime time.
Please, man. High rotation. High rotation.
100%.
Yeah, man. But overall, bro.
You know, dude, dude, all the best. Congratulations.
my
I
G.
mean, you're pushing, you're grinding.
Yeah.
And you know, bro, we're all about succeeding and moving forward and stuff like that. You being that part of us to the business, and we're so excited for you to go out. I mean, Kong will always be your home, and you're always welcome here and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But-
like overall,
Yeah.
all the best. I mean, we wishing you all the best, bro. It's been amazing having you here.
Oh, yeah, bro.
And
I'll
it's
be
definitely
you know.
not the last time,
I'm
bro.
not gonna say it's not like our last time seeing you.
We still paying Jans to do other work, so we definitely know he's gonna come here. You know. But,
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some commercial stuff that's lined up as well. You know, that
100%.
we're pitching. So I mean, Jan's not completely gone. He might even come up on the show in one now and again. You don't know.
Yeah.
He might be like,
As a guest.
you don't know.
As a guest.
As a guest, right? Yeah. From
man.
the perspective of a
bro.
guest, be like, yeah, guys, I'm on the other side.
Yeah, man. Overall, wishing you all the best on your new
But I mean,
business,
dude,
my
it's
G.
been so fun and it's been very successful because of you, bro. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, Kong is always your family. You know, like I said, you know, you must always feel welcome to come here. And I'm sure, you know, you're going to be coming here all the time. But like with your own stuff, bro, you know, being an entrepreneur yourself and with your business, you know, it becomes a lot personal when it's your own stuff, bro. And, you know, it's a lot more of a grind. So, you know, all the best, my G.
100%,
And we wish you 100% of success, bro.
100%, man.
100%.
Yeah, man.
Because if you're successful, bro, you make us look good. You make your family look good. Everybody looks good.
Yeah,
So
man,
you know,
the fam is the most important. That's the
100%,
number one, bro.
100%.
Number
So,
one.
you know, we wish you 100% of the thing, and you know, whatever we can do to help you, you know, please shout out. But you know, from a growth point of view, like I just said, you know, we owe a lot of stuff up to you because of you to be here as well. A lot of Nova. It's been a team effort.
Hey, bro, everyone.
It's been a hectic team effort. We added more people to the team.
Yeah.
So man, thank you, bro. I think what you did, and I'm sure
y'all, man.
there's a lot of fans out there that's gonna miss you. You know.
I'll try, guys. You know, y'all will see me anyway. You know, it's not on Kongcast, but y'all will see me.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna see me. But
yeah, man.
thanks, man. Thank you, guys. I want to say thank you. You know, unfortunately, Desh isn't here. You know, she's the lady behind the scenes, but I'd like to thank her as well. You know, Kirshen's lovely wife. I'd like to thank Kirsch. I mean, this opportunity is huge for anyone, bro. Anybody coming through, you know, doing whatever. So, I would like to extend my thank you to everybody here. The team, you know, coming together, doing all the work, all of that, man. It's been good. It's been nice. But
yeah,
you know.
Bigger and
Bigger and better. We
Kong-
got to.
Yeah, at Kong, we're all about growth, bro. And wherever you're going, bro, remember that it's all about consistency,
Yeah, bro.
putting in the work.
Yeah,
Put in the
bro.
work.
And I mean,
Yeah,
us as
bro.
Kong, we're growing bit by bit. You know, having you here was amazing, bro.
Absolutely amazing.
You put in so much, and we've learned a lot from you as well.
definitely.
And I mean, we still looking for more people to help the team grow as well.
100%.
You know, I mean, we started off this year with just us, but bit by bit the team is growing, and we want to grow even more. You know,
100%.
and
It's crazy.
I mean,
The team's actually growing.
the team is growing. You know?
Bro.
And I mean, Kurt can elaborate on more on you know the kind of people we're looking for to help grow even more. You know.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. So we're gonna be now looking for people out there. Well, our fans, our followers, whoever you are, it doesn't matter. Black, white, green, yellow, pink. It doesn't matter. If you're passionate about creating, we want to work with you, and we don't want just you to come on as like a freelancer. We want to work with you. We want to create relationships and partnerships where we can grow from strength to strength. So currently there's paid positions out there that we're looking for. We're looking for researchers to help us create not only Kongcast, but our other shows that's coming up, other content that we pushing out. So you'll be a big part of the actual production stuff. And this is a really good opportunity to join us now before we get on network, because we buy network approved gear and broadcast gear, and we're going to be doing 360-degree production all internally. None of it will be outsourced. So, from the gear to the people to everything, we want to control the rights and own the IP and sell it. So this is an opportunity for someone. You don't need to be creative. You just need to put in the work. And if you're good enough, join the team. Come out as a researcher. We're also looking for designers. From a commercial aspect, the business is growing and we need more designers. We need designers where we can teach you all how to learn, teach you all the ropes, show you all exactly what we're going to be doing. You're going to be working on the entertainment side of it, and you're going to be working on the business side of it, and which is very sacred and hush-hush generally, you know. But we're looking for designers, and that's a full-time job with a full-time salary to join the team as soon as possible. So if you're a designer and you think you got what it takes to be here, man, send your stuff to us. Show us some creative way
100%.
what you can do for us, and we want to add you to the team and make you an intricate part like everybody you see here. We're also looking for a new producer. A producer to work on our other content, and this is a big role. If you think you can come in here and you could put a show together and help us create other pieces of content and multiple shows and handle paid work and produce that together, we're looking for a full-time producer as well, man. So
top of the range.
Top of the range. If you want to get involved in producing, if you want to learn about the business, if you want to have access to not only people but gear and a full-on production crew and a studio, we're looking for a producer. And you don't need to have experience. We're not looking for people experience. In fact, we're not even looking for people with qualifications. I'm a firm believer, if you love what you're doing, we'll give you a shot. You just got to love what you're doing and show us you love what you're doing, because I don't have any qualifications to run a studio. I don't even know if there's a qualification to run a studio, but for sound stages and stuff, but I have no qualification. Everything I learned was for the love of it. I learned how to handle a camera because I love it. And that moved on to me doing commercial shoots for Discam KFC, and that moved on to me coming up with concept for bigger ads, 1 million, 2 million ads, and that moved on to me going in art directing and coming up with the ads, and that moved into me directing ads, and that moved into me actually leaving the whole ad industry and starting my own business. I don't have a qualification for this. You just love what you do and you do it. So if you think you got what it takes to join this team, and you as passionate as Jans, Nova, and I, and Eve, and a whole bunch of other guys that's with us, please drop us an email, come to the studio.
Yeah, man, social media. Social media. There's the emails you can contact on Facebook, Instagram, Messenger. Anyway, we read the messages, so TikTok as well. The works, guys, you can definitely come through, and on that email as well, so 100%.
So man, it's exciting times. The business is getting bigger. We're looking for full-time employment. Never in my life I ever think I'll be in a situation even saying this, let alone on camera.
Employing people.
And paying a salary, and we're very, very, very excited about it. And we're not just looking for anyone, we're looking for family. We're looking for someone who's going to grow from strength to strength, from studio to studio, from show to show, and do the journey with us, because we're not here for just a short run. We want to be here and own IP. Even if this business had to leave the country, we still want to own IP wherever we go.
Right.
So and now with what's happening, there's a really good chance of us expanding outside out of South Africa, So there's opportunities, and when opportunities come, a whole bunch of other stuff come with it. Money, experience, good times, So, we're excited about it. And, once again, thank you all for everything. Y'all make this very possible to do what we would love to do. We're looking for a bigger, stronger team to help me and the guys progress and focus on bigger pieces of content, because at the end of the day, like Nova said, we just started this between three mates coming together and starting their own thing, and now this has evolved to a stage where there's employment involved, there's more people involved, and it's really a quite exciting environment if you think about it.
Yeah, I know, it's a crazy time.
It's stressful.
Crazy
it's
time.
stressful. Don't think it's gonna be like smooth sailing here. I'm very pedantic with what we want, but if you pedantic in what you do, then you're gonna fit right in. All right.
100%.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I couldn't have said it any better, guys. The business is definitely growing. And I know leaving Kong Republic, I mean, it's good, definitely in capable hands. It's gonna, blow up. And from everyone here at Kong Republic, is the last time I say this, guys. Everyone on Kongcast, I'd like to say safe. Bye, guys.
Cheers.
Kong Republic, I like speaking your truth on the mic. Hit the subscribe and like. Time to
Kongcast.